Well, you know, I give credit to Purdue. Obviously, very, very hard-fought game. Thought those guys defended really well. In particular, in the paint, made it very, very difficult for us around the rim. Our post doubles, continued to sort of take our big guys out of the game, and our inability to sort of stretch the floor and make some shots, was a problem. But like I said, I give our guys some credit as well. I thought we really competed and played hard in the game. And without a couple stretches in the first half, at least that one with the last 2 minutes, those turnovers, game over. You can't give live ball turnovers on the road, in particular here. But once we started to take care of the ball, thought we continued to get stops in the second half. We had to find a way at some point in time to have the ball go in, and Devontae and Rob there in one stretch, I thought, made some shots. And then from right there, the last 8 minutes, 6 minutes, 4 minutes, we needed some things to go well for us to be able to continue to progress. But I give Purdue credit. They played really hard. Our guys did too. Just didn't make shots tonight, and they had a lot to do with it as well. But quick turnaround, all the champagne.
First question.
Obviously, ending that first half, there were, I think, 4 turnovers in like the last 3 minutes. I mean, how crucial was that stretch, just in terms of giving them momentum going?
The game. It was the game. That's a 22-20 game or whatever it was. Last 2 minutes they go, in at halftime. I think 29-20.
Yes.
I mean, in this type of game, that 9-point lead's like 15-16. The way that the defense was playing on one end of the floor. But you can't turn the ball over. I think our guards had 7 of the 8 turnovers in the first half, and they're live ball turnovers. And we knew we couldn't do that. But for the most part, though, we took care of the ball pretty well in the first half. I think that's why it was a decently, the score was what it was. It was a one-possession game going into that last minute. But the last play, the play before that, you give these guys some runouts, just like if teams give us runouts. It just feeds into the fire a little bit. And then to start the second half, the first 4 minutes, we actually got some stops to start the second half. We couldn't convert. We had absolutely no chance of scoring in about those 4 minutes with some of the shots we took. And then, eventually they were able to score a few more, which took it into the teens, which I thought was a hard margin to work. But every 4-minute timeout, our guys had a great attitude. Guys that were playing hard. We ended up continuing to grind it out and dig it out. And if I look at the percentages on one end defensively, you would say that we probably played a pretty good defensive game against them. Travion Williams, I give him credit. When they needed it the most, he stepped up and got them baskets, and he was able to get some key second shots at times when we even got the first time stop. But he was a handful tonight. Good player.
In the first few minutes, you were able to get the ball in the post a little bit and get some scoring there, but after that, it was a struggle. Is that the guards issue, or is it what really was the problem?
Purdue. At some point in time, you think it's that easy? Just keep throwing it inside on them? They trap the post every single time that you catch the ball. They're physical around the basket when you do catch the ball. Everything around the basket, even our uncontested ones, were rushed. And they made it hard on us. You've got to give those guys some credit. It wasn't like we weren't trying to throw the ball in, or we didn't try to get the guys some shots. If I look at our field goal percentage from our front court players, Justin was 2 for 8 around the rim. Trace was 2 for 7. Joey was 2 for 8. They're not shooting jumpers. They're shooting 4-footers, 3-footers. And we didn't convert on the break a few times too. When we had some numbers, they were either blocking it. We lose the ball on a breakaway layup. Justin Smith goes on a 2-on-1 in the first half, gets decapitated. We just got to be able to play through that stuff sometimes. But they made it hard on us tonight. And it wasn't for a lack of trying. It wasn't for a lack of inability to get it. I thought one thing in the first half that hurt us, and then a little bit in the second half, is if something didn't work, we stood too much. We needed to get a little bit more movement, a little bit more motion. Later in the second half, we were able to create some drives. We were able to create a couple plays, but they did a good job. You have to make some open shots. You're going to have to make some threes, tough threes. You're going to have to make some jumpers, and you're going to have to convert the easy ones that you can get. And as you can tell, our shooting percentages tonight was a whole lot of easy ones, and then the ones that we did have, we didn't convert. But I will say to our players, to credit, I thought we really played hard. I thought our guys were physical the best they could. I thought we hung in there with a lot of different types of guys. And I thought from a defensive standpoint, especially in the midway point of the second half, when you can cave in and it's not feeling good in there, that wasn't the case with our team. So I like that. And we gotta keep carrying on. Effort and attitude is great at this time of year for us. We gotta keep finding a way to tweak and get better. There isn't a team in this league right now that wants to, keep progressing and getting better like we do. Every team's playing for something right now. Each game's hard. There's unbelievable teams in the league, and it's just been a grind. And we're down the home stretch here, so you gotta keep pushing through.
Okay, time for one more question.
We've asked so much throughout the season about Devontae Green, and especially after he is actually making shots. But on a day like today, where he was 3 of 15 from the field, how do you balance his minutes, knowing that you have so many empty possessions with him, but at the same time he can be a player that can get you back in the game with his shooting?
Devontae, had 24 minutes in the game, and a lot of his threes and some of the things that he took in the second half, some was out of necessity at the end, but there were some shots that he's made here in the last 3 games, and there's some shots that, you wish you had back, but, he's a guy that needs to be able to score for us at times. I mean, without him and, the Iowa, and even Minnesota, Penn State, I mean, when he's able to make some shots and score some points from the perimeter, it really helps us. So, you got to encourage him to play through it. He played a pretty hard game. It wasn't like everything wasn't, nothing was easy. Nothing's easy in this game. And, he fought his way through it and made some big ones. I thought he made a couple tough ones in the second half to actually finally give us a little bit of hope that we can stick around for a little bit, which was good. And but we didn't get much offense out of anybody tonight. It wasn't Devontae. Purdue had a lot of things, a lot of answers for us. I thought defensively tonight, with the pressure, the physicality. They did a lot of good things. I thought doubling the post, being able to sort of keep it out. But even when they doubled the post, and I thought there were times that when they doubled the post, that could have been our best offense. When you can get it out of the rotation, move it around, and find a way to maybe strike a little bit while they're rotating. But when we did do that well, or didn't do that well, we weren't able to capitalize. So, but credit to Purdue. Like I said, they got a good team, man. Play really hard. This is one of the hardest places in the country to play. And but I give our guys credit as well. I thought we hung really tough, competed. Now it's time to do it again. We're back on the road on Sunday. It's going to be much more of the same. And then we'll be in the last week of the regular season. But from this point forward, it's going to go fast, so there's no time to dwell. It's time to get better, move on, and kind of keep working. But I can't fault our effort, and I won't fault our attitude. I think our team in general tonight tried to play the right way and played hard, period. Good? Thanks.